Alright, y'all, today was a weird day. I dug myself a huge hole right off the bat, and then I dug myself out of it. So I'm happy to have done that and learned some lessons here, but I did start off in quite the hole. Okay, so right off the bat, I took two trades on CCL. This first trade, I'm trying not to trade in the first 5 minutes, so I shouldn't have taken this. I ended up stopping out for a tiny loss. But really what I saw was, it looked like in pre-market that we had an ascending triangle going on, and we looked near the edge of the breakout, so I took it long. But it was in the first 5 minutes. I don't trade in the first 5 minutes as of the past several months, so I shouldn't have taken that trade. But it was only a small loss. My next trade was in, the second 5 minute candle. It kind of looked like VWAP was going to hold, and we got back up here, and this was a level I had from the daily chart, and it looks like a useful level here, so I took it long again, and then it died out. And at this point I'm seeing kind of just a downward trend of lower lows, lower highs on here, so I kind of bail on CCL, pretty frustrated. And at this point I'm at half my max daily loss. And then I took a trade on DAL, Delta Airlines here. This is the worst trade of the day by far. For one, we get this strong bearish candlestick, we get this next one, and it's a doji, and it touched, a nice round number of 21 and then bounced off of it. Furthermore, when you look at the 1 minute chart, we go up, a clear, we get a 1 minute like hammer, and then we get an upward trend. Then we get this strong bullish candle on more volume here that reclaims the 200 VWAP and the 9MA. And then we get a pullback on a lot lower volume and much smaller candlesticks, and I take it short here. All of these signs right here are saying that this is more likely a pullback to go long than it is a trend change to go short. So terrible trade, garbage trade, and as you can see, went on to do a really nice move there. So total garbage. At this point I'm at 1.5 times daily loss, so a huge hole. And again, 1.5 times, I really shouldn't be trading at once I hit 1 times daily loss. So basically my stop loss on this way overshot it. My next trade is on MGM. This is actually two trades. Both were winners. So what we see here is, so I trade this sort of pattern to the to the short side a lot, and I call it a bearish boot. So it's kind of like a boot, but this would be a bullish boot. But also, if you want to look at it another way, this is an ascending triangle. So a bullish boot or an ascending triangle. Basically, when you get near this breakout level, you see how it jumps up. It's supporting these moving averages, so I went in and I took it long, and then I partialed out because I partialed out near this average here. And I was expecting to take short partials because on the daily, 1230 was this was a huge line of support when you looked at the daily, or excuse me, resistance to the long side on the daily. On top of that, 1235 was a level on the daily that I had that was really going to be really strong resistance. Several days weren't able to get through it. So I thought maybe, so I took this partial, not knowing if we were going to break through here. We didn't. I got out at break even. So this is a small winner. Then it looks like it comes down. It looks like it's holding again and about to curl back up. So I take it long. I take another partial at this moving average, and this is the mismanagement, because for the second one especially, you see it formed a nice ascending triangle, and this candle for me is usually the confirmation of ascending triangle. When you have like kind of it's stuck in a range, right, and the range looks nice, and then you get this nice big jump, right? No wick, just the jump up. So Normally this would be a signal for me to enter the ascending triangle or add to my position, but for some reason I stopped out. So this is a bad partial here, but this is still a winning trade for me, and this brought me back to less than one, less than my max loss. So I'm back in the game now. I'm feeling a little better about myself. And then I go back to CCL. And CCL, this is by far my best trade of the day. This is what I see is a nice ascending triangle here. So again, you can see it on this as well. Nice ascending triangle. Now, so I go here, and then again on this big jump up with no wick, that's a sign I like. So I add 50% more to my position right here, and when I add in, I usually take that first partial pretty quick because I'm not really trying to take a bunch of extra risk. But when I feel really good about the odds, I'll add in some more, and then I'll take that off again rather quickly. So then this right here is me taking this add-in right off, so just got a nice little extra chunk of profit there. I start partialing out, and then what we'll see is right here, again, on the 1 minute, we form a nice little ascending triangle. We do the thing where there's no wick on a new jump and we're ready to jump up. I go ahead and, following a hammer, so it's a nice easy decision. I add in again, and then I put a limit order for most of the rest of my position at $10, and then I held on to some of my position. Right here, it starts to look like $10 is going to really hold. So when it bounces back up, I go ahead and take half of my remaining position off there just to put it in my pocket. And I kept a small percentage here just in case we did turn up to a 1050 level that I had from the daily. It didn't end up happening, and I stopped out right here just above break even. So this is definitely my best trade of the day because it's very my style, ascending triangles. Took the position, added in, partialed well, added in again, partialed well. Very happy. Ultimately, I'm ending my day at about, I think it's going to end up being about 30% of my daily profit target, which normally I would keep trading if I'm only at 30%. But remember, I was down 1.5 times my max loss. So it took a lot of energy, effort for me to get back to this point, so I'm going to happily call it a green day.